Hey everyone, welcome to the Spirit Essence Show. It is my half hour time with you guys, and I am so excited. I'm your host, Tara Diana, and today we are diving right into the magic. The magic is all about spirit, right? Like that's what I do. I'm a medium, I'm an evidential medium, I am an empowerment medium, and my work with spirit is basically always the way that we find the answers that we're seeking from our loved ones, from our guides, from our helpers. So, you know how, if you follow me, I always say connection doesn't end when the body does? That's not just a feel good line, my boos. That's real talk. So, spirits out here working overtime. Okay. They are trying to get our attention in all the ways. And sometimes it's numbers, right? Angel numbers. Angel numbers are such a big thing for people. They love, love, love that. Whoever came up with angel numbers, you slayed. Songs, dreams, even a seatbelt alarm that just won't quit. Yes, you heard me, a seatbelt alarm. So we always start with a segment of Touched by Spirit, and today's Touched by Spirit story hits deep. It's real, it's raw, and it proves that love is so much louder than loss. And this is probably one of the most beautiful experiences I've had with spirit that wasn't about me. It's going to sound a little bit about me, but it's not about me, okay? So we all know as mediums and people that have lost ones that loss is such a deep and personal thing. And we all experience it differently. No one does it the same. It's just the way it is. Grieving is unique for every single one of us, okay? And this week, I saw a longtime client, we'll call her Helen. She lost her partner 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and I think it was like 4 days. So to the day of her session, her husband had passed from cancer, and she has been struggling all along deeply with his loss. They were one of those couples that, were just meant to be together. If you believe in soulmates, if you believe in twin flames, it's that kind of love, the kind of love you just feel like so deeply. And Helen has really tried over the years, you guys, no lie, to connect, to feel him, to know he's still around. And she did at the beginning. She got the usual signs, the usual feelings. But when grief takes hold that strongly, it can also block everything the more that you are going along with it. So even when spirit is right there with us, we can't always see it or feel it, and that's truth. So I told her a story because she was sitting here with me, and I don't see many people in person anymore, just my like longtime clients. So I told her a story about my mom. My mom passed this March. And if you follow me, if you don't, I lost my son 2.5 years ago. And I was already, living with this deep grief of losing Ryan, and knowing that grief had become like a part of me. My grief for him is like unwavering. I can laugh, I can love, I can do all the things, I can show up for people, but truthfully, I'm not okay. And I understand that the loss of Rye is so huge for me, and that's my truth. And that's okay. I can still do what I got to do. I can still work with spirit. So when mom passed, I couldn't seem to access that same kind of grief like the rest of my family did. I knew she was with Ryan. I told myself there was peace in that. Okay. So the next day, I had a tattoo booked with my best pal, Mel, that rhymed. And I got mom's name in script with, a nice little O. I'd show you, but I don't know. It's somewhere on my arm here, as a red heart, and it felt good. And after dropping off Mel, I started driving away. There is something to this story, guys. Stay with me. And suddenly my seatbelt alarm started going off. It was like ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, okay, my seatbelt's on. I always look, you can tell my husband's a mechanic because immediately I looked for the oil, the oil signal saying I had no oil, but I knew it was the seatbelt sign. So my car, it's a fairly new car, is very sensitive in terms of the seatbelt signal, whatever you want to call it, sensor. And you can see her in the back here, if you're watching this, I have a Chipitty. She's a Chihuahua pit bull cross. And if she sits in my passenger seat, that sensor will go off. So I was looking to see if there was a book. She wasn't in the car with me. If there was a bag or a big book or a box or something. I mean, Mel just got out of my car. So there was nothing there. I checked everything. My seatbelt was on. The passenger seatbelt was empty, passenger seat, but it kept going. Ding, 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 ding for like 6 minutes nonstop. I don't live that far from her. And as I'm driving, I was like, this is annoying. And I was starting to think of all the things that could be wrong. I'll have to get Mike to look at a sensor. And then I just felt my mom. I just felt her. It was like I just was washed over. And I've had this feeling before when I've brought in clients, loved ones, and it was clear as a day. And I just looked up and then over at the seat and I said, hey, Mom, thanks for letting me know you made it. Hope you and Rye had a great reunion. And the alarm stopped instantly. Period. It was done. And that was it. That's all Spirit needed. I just needed to know she made it, I guess. And she just wanted to make sure I knew she made it. And that was the most beautiful. And that's the only thing I felt from my mom since she crossed over. But I told you that story because that's what I told Helen. And when I told Helen that story, I wanted her to know that even those of us who work with Spirit all day, every day, can still miss the signs. If my mom hadn't been so persistent, I probably would have shrugged it off. I would have asked Mike to look at the sensor, or I would have forgot about it when it stopped and just got home. So Helen leaves our session and I have another session. And in the middle of that session, my phone's going off. And so I ignore it, finish my session, and I got a text from Helen. And it says, Tara, I had to pull over. My passenger seatbelt alarm just started going off. Now, you tell me Spirit doesn't know exactly what it's doing, right? Her husband heard her pain, her longing, and he took the same sign my mom used, because for some reason I had to tell that story, and he found a way to tell her, I'm still here. I'm right beside you. And I will guarantee you, babies, with every ounce of my being, that Helen has felt lighter ever since. Because that's what Spirit does. It brings comfort when we need it the most. Most of the time, we miss it. Those subtle signs, we miss them because we're so caught up in wanting desperately to fill them. You see, I've always felt that there's a difference between mourning and grieving. Mourning is that deep guttural ache that hits when, first loss lands and it's raw, it's consuming. And some people move from mourning into grieving where it softens, where they can carry the memory with peace. But some of us stay in mourning. We keep living, but that ache never truly fades. And that's okay. There's no timeline, no rule book to this. I can tell you this because I've been reading for 25 plus years. What matters is remembering our loved ones are still around us, right? Especially in those deep mourning stages. That's when they're the closest. That's when they're holding us the tightest in the energy. So we have to just remember that we are being loved through the loss. We are being supported without judgment, without trying to fix how we receive and how we don't receive, and without expectation, because Spirit is always there. Whether it's whispering at us, nudging us, dinging the seatbelt alarm if they have to, but just to remind us that, we're there. We still feel you. We still love you. And we know that you are hurting or you need to hear from us or whatever. And that's why I say Touched by Spirit stories aren't just like these heart-melting stories. They're like proof that Spirit does what Spirit does best. And what does Spirit do best, babies? It finds a way to be heard. Okay? I love that. So what's the next thing to keep our beautiful energy flowing? I know some of you are feeling those little Spirit nudges right now. Maybe it's a song in your head. Maybe it's a chill on your skin, that familiar scent that, makes you smile. So I don't know. Let's open up the lines and see what Spirit wants to share with us tonight, whether it's a message from a loved one, a guide, or a cosmic reminder that you're not alone. We're here for it. So let's see what's going to go on. Is anyone there?
Yeah, I'm here. What am I supposed to do?
Hey, Patty. I don't know. What are you looking for today? I'm Tara
Oh,
Diana,
what?
medium.
Right. Yeah, I've been there. I just wasn't sure what was happening. But I just wanted a reading for the next, like a general reading for the next 3 months.
Oh, I love that. Okay, let's take a quick peek here. I'm going to pull a couple of cards though, but right off the bat, the first thing I'm going to say to you, Patty, is that I feel a settling, like a we need to calm down. I'm not talking necessarily emotionally. I'm talking about in general. There is a sense of just wanting to find some peace in your space, Patty. And I feel like you are in a really, really, I want to say difficult time. Patty, is there something
Yes.
really, yeah, okay, because I'm feeling like we have this difficult time going on, and Spirit is telling, oh, that's interesting. I'll show you in 2 seconds, Patty. Spirit's telling me that we need to settle down. We need the energy to calm down. And when you do that, that will change for you. So there is a whole lot of energy based on making people stop bothering you. That's actually what I want to say to you, Patty. I want people to stop bothering you. I want them to stop getting in your space. I want them to stop asking you for things. I feel like there is commotion to do with finances, even that I feel are a big problem. And but here's the cool thing, Patty, is that the card that comes up for you says passages, okay? And this card represents you moving forward. So there is going to be a shift, Patty, around you where the energy that is not serving you dissipates. And you have kids, Patty?
Yeah, but they're grown.
Yeah, so these are your I can hear, am I hearing kids in the background? Are there grandchildren there?
Oh, I'm watching kids at church. Yeah, those aren't my kids. These aren't my kids.
Okay, because I was going to say I feel like your kids are like full on adulting. So so I thought maybe they were your
Yeah, my
grandkids.
kids are adults. These aren't
Okay.
my kids that you're hearing.
Okay, good stuff. So there's a passage. So there is change coming for you, Patty, and they're telling me to tell you to have faith. They're saying to you that they have the spirit, whatever that looks like to you, is not going to let you down. You are going to have faith that the changes that you're looking for are going to come. I'm going to ask you, Patty, are you looking to make a move in a new direction, please? And like I see you packing boxes. Can you understand that?
You're kidding. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was
Okay,
thinking about moving.
okay.
I don't know if I'd be moving or, if it would just be changing my life.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the passage card came up, then the playfulness card, then the purification. So if you're listening, and I'm sure you are, to what I'm saying, that those cards reiterate what Spirit's giving me. There is a great sense that you are moving into a new direction that's going to allow you to feel that the things that have not been working for you, and there are things, and I can't get into what the things are, but there are things that have not been working for you, they are going to dissipate
Right.
because you're making new choices with new
Right.
energy, new people. And they're telling you,
Right.
don't question it, Patty. Just trust it. You're very intuitive. You already know within yourself what you want to achieve. The really big thing
Yes.
here is that there has to be change. And those packing of boxes can be a metaphor to getting rid of what doesn't serve you, putting it in those boxes and moving them along. Because in the end, whether you are moving physically, Patty, or you are moving metaphorically, getting rid of things, there is going to be a sense of ease. And when I first
Good.
connected with you, Patty, and you said to me, I just want to know what the next 3 months are like, I literally feel that. There's going to be contemplation, there's going to be a little bit of second guessing, but you are going to take a very, very good look at what's going around you, please. Do you have two children, please?
I do.
Okay. And are they close by to you, please? You're in California, right?
Right. My daughter's close. My son isn't as close as my daughter is,
Okay.
distance-wise. Yeah.
And you have a good relationship with both of them, sweetheart?
Not as good with my daughter as I do with my son.
Okay. I need you to look at that. I need you to look at
I
that.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I need you to not blame yourself. I need you to not, you're not judging yourself on this. You're going to look for how, just hear me out, baby. Just trust me on this. Spirit is telling me to tell you that you're going to look at how you can make it just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. That's what you're going to do. That's the purification card that you got. Because in your heart, you're sad that the relationship is not as strong as it is with your son. And Spirit showed me two, a boy and a girl. And they're saying to me that you are going to make that work. You are going to make that work.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, you will make that work. So for the next
Yeah, I've
3
been
months,
working on it. Yeah.
good girl, good. Because you're going to want that in the end. She's a little bit of a hard nut, though. She's very set in her way.
Everything's black or white. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you have to kind of give a little more than maybe she will. But in the end, I'm telling you that's going to be powerful for you, please. Also, when these changes start to happen, when you feel like this movement, this flow of energy start to happen, you also are going to want to prepare yourself for a little bit of financial security coming in, a little bit of financial security. For some reason, I know I'm in Canada, so I know that the United States has a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. And all I'm going to say to you is you're going to be fine. I feel like you're going to feel like you settled down. By the time the new year comes, by the time February comes, you're going to feel like new beginnings. You're going to feel okay.
Good. Because I feel like at this point, I feel like my foundation has been pulled out from under me. And so I know it's a big change. And, I just have to work through it, figure out what's happening, and then I'll be fine when I come out on the other side.
That is the faith that Spirit talked to you about. Patty, if you need to know anything further from this reading, you are welcome to give me a quick message. I always say I will answer one extra question offline in my website. So you can go to Spirit Essence by Tara Diana .com. And if you had something extra, I'd be happy to help you there.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Okay, Patty. Good luck, baby.
Okay.
You got this.
Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome. Okay, is Rosalind there? Did she happen to stay on the line? Hey,
Hello.
girl. Hi. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm well, and you?
I'm good, thank you. I can't hear you very well. Could you just say something quickly?
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What are we doing for you today, Rosalind?
Just like a general message or some guidance with just life right now.
Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to say to you is give yourself grace. When I'm tapping into Spirit, there's an elderly woman that's coming through for me, please. I feel as though she has been crossed over for a very long time. She feels mother's side of the family going back one generation. I feel more like a great aunt or a grandmother to you. Do you understand? And she's a very, very strong-willed woman. I feel like she would have been through a lot in her life. Can you understand a grandmother or an aunt on mother's side of the family? In spirit?
I have both grandmothers are gone.
Okay, I'm going to give you the message from this spirit, if you're okay with that. Rosalind, they're telling you to have grace for yourself. They're telling you to look at your bigger picture. You are a strong woman. Do you understand that, please? And you feel like you've been knocked down. What is with all the readings with everyone that they need to be empowered? Rosalind, your mother energy that's coming through is telling you to be strong, be empowered. They're saying that you feel like there are broken pieces around you.
I'm sorry. I feel like what? I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you.
That's okay, lovey. She's telling me that it feels like there's broken pieces around you, as though things are not fitting together as nicely as you would like them to in your life right now. So she's telling me to tell you to give yourself grace. Don't you worry about those pieces not fitting, because they will eventually, please. I also want to say to you, please, you're in a relationship right now. There's a man in your life, correct?
No, actually. I'm
So there isn't someone in your life right
no, we actually recently separated maybe like 3 months ago.
now? Okay. I still feel that this man is in your life in some way. And what spirit was saying to me is those are the broken pieces. Those are the broken pieces spirit are talking about. And spirit is saying this lovely woman, she is strong. I feel like she would come in and she would wipe the floor with your ex-partner. I feel like she'd be like, nope, we're not doing this. Do you understand? She's saying to me
I
that,
definitely understand. It does resonate.
okay, because she's like, we're not having this. That's the broken pieces. And I felt relationship, and I still feel like you have to have something to do with this man. I don't feel that the line has been cut clearly. Do you understand that?
That's correct. Because we share a child together.
Yeah. And so I feel like she's saying to you, be cordial, be nice, cordial, be nice, but don't you be no fool. Don't you let him walk all over you. You've done that before. We're not doing that again.
Mm.
So she's telling you, I can hear your child. She's telling you to be.
He is. But I got him in the bathtub, and he is loud. Jesus, I'm listening.
That's cool. I love that. Have that bath, baby. Okay. So I'm feeling with you, sweetheart, that this is called new beginnings. This is where those puzzles, those pieces of the puzzle that spirit, that the grandmother energy is talking to you about, those are you finding a new way to see your life, a new beginning. And they're saying to you to give yourself grace. Don't rush anything. And don't let anyone overpower you. For some reason, I feel like you have this most beautiful, generous heart. And you've been, I don't want to say, I mean, hurt is the right word, but I've always find when people use the word hurt, it means something different. I feel like you're about to go on a new journey in a new way that's going to allow you to feel stronger and more powerful than you have ever been, Rosalind.
I love that.
You just can't feel it yet because everything feels so heavy, like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yes, true. I definitely resonate with that.
But I'm telling you, and I will bet my reputation, and I've done this work for a long time, honey, my exact connection to spirit is to empower people to move into their best light. I feel that the choices that you have made recently have, yes, broken the puzzle, but it's also become a segue for you to have those new beginnings. And with new beginnings, you're like that phoenix coming out of the fire, baby. You're coming out of that fire, and now you're going to have new energy. The next thing I'm going to say to you, and hold on to yourself, is that I don't feel that you're going to be alone for a long time. I feel you want to be alone. You've kind of had enough.
Right. That's true.
But I do feel that once you heal your heart, you will open yourself up and there will be someone else that comes into your space. And I feel good with it. Like, I feel like you're going to be like, okay, I've made peace with my past. I have a decent, like I said, cordial relationship with, my baby's daddy. And now I'm going to move on to finding what is right for me. For me.
Mm.
You only have one child?
I actually have a 13-year-old that's with my ex, and I have 2 1-year-olds. So we got twins. So that's a
Okay.
big thing.
I was like, I feel like you have way more children.
Yes, it's very
I feel like you have way more. Okay, I feel that. And I want to say something to you, please. Your 13-year-old has a very strong will inside of them, a very strong will. So I feel like that there is a ton of, I want to say, like, I just feel like given the right opportunity, your 13-year-old is going to expand. I feel success. I feel finding that easy path. Your 1-year-olds are going to cause you all sorts of, of, whew, they're going to be spicy. They're going to be spicy, the 1-year-olds. But your 13-year-old is really
They
going to
are
find.
now.
Yeah, I feel it. Like I literally feel it, girlfriend. And I'm going to say this to you. When they talk about giving grace, when they talk about the success of your older child, when they talk about the spiciness of the twins, they are saying to you, this is all a part of your divine path. And girl, you're going to be fine. You are absolutely going to be fine. Hold on and heal what needs to be healed. And then don't be afraid to let someone new into your space when you're ready.
I really appreciate this message.
That is the key for you. When you're ready, please. One more, just asking the woman for one more thing, please. Thank you. The woman that's coming through for you, she says that you have a strong family connection. You're very aware intuitively. You know things. You don't always act on them, but you know things. And she's saying to tell you, sweetheart, to really trust you. It's not about trusting everyone around you, because people will do you dirty all the time to everyone. It's not just, that's not a you thing, gorgeous. That's an everyone. We have people do things for their own reasons. And she's saying that you trust you first and foremost. And that's not selfish. Okay? That's not selfish. If you do that, you will have that life that you're looking for, and you will be looked after and taken care of.
Great message.
I love that for you. I do. I really, really do. That just, I feel emotional, Rosalind. I have no idea where you are, who you are, anything. And I just feel emotional with you. So I hope you come and follow me at Spirit Essence by Tara Diana. I would love to follow up with you down the road.
I sure will. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Really appreciate the connection.
Okay. Have a good night. Go wash the baby.
All right. Thank you. You have a good night as well.
Thank you. Okay. What a beautiful night. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, who called in and shared your heart with all of us, with me. Remember, Spirit doesn't just visit in the big moments. They show up in everyday ones too. And if you can keep that in mind, you're going to go with the flow. So pay attention to the little things, babies, the songs, the lights, the seatbelt alarms, because that's how Spirit says, I'm right here. Okay? I'm Tara Diana, and this has been the Spirit Essence Show. And until next time, keep your heart open, your energy grounded, and your spirit lifted. Love, Spirit, and stay divine, everyone.